All right, I'm going to show you. Here's the Evo half doors. They do still have the Jeep AF wrap stuff on them. It just peels right off. I can take that off or you can take it off. But there's the rear black painted powder coated handles. These were painted to match. These are the two. They go up over the visors on the JK you're looking at. Here's the aluminum top. This is all I ran it on. It also has a Jeep AF logo on top that's reflective. So if light hits it, I think that one's reflective. Maybe it's not. Anyway, it peels right off too if you don't want it. There's the other doors. The front doors, sorry about the bike here. I have the stock style mirrors on them. And I think that's it. In the garage, here's my 392 that's cammed with Hellcat throttle body, long tube headers, 42-inch Nettos, ORIs. Let me get outside here to the Jeep. It's going to be a long video. Try to make it quick. All right, coming up on it here. Moto-built bumper. I mean, as you can see, the paint is great. I did just buy these and add those, so they came with, I'm sure these will buff out, but I just bought these. They were used. So this and this I bought to take the armor off, but this Artec is brand new. Went on today with these, solid as a rock. I love it. This I bought as well. Found it online. Here's the DV8 bumpers. These were trimmed by Hellbent for clearance for the 43s. Here's the dual shock system. The new Apex ends for the tie rod. All the custom bracketry done by Hellbent for the PSC steering. Rigid diffused lights here, super bright, ultra hook. Heck, I think these are $260. There's your JW speakers. I'll turn those on here in a minute. This grill actually is functional. I mean, it doesn't, it'd be great for a Hemi, but it's actually vented and has water drains in it. It's actually meant for an 8-cylinder. Little ding here. I'm assuming somebody didn't have armor and this opened up and probably, but again, I just bought these and just put them on. They were pre-owned. They do make little stick-on armor things you can put here. Here's a little bit of wear from the Vical that was on it. There was a little rock chip in the window, but it's small enough. It hasn't moved as when I was towing it to New Mexico, but it doesn't obstruct view and it passes inspection. Evo inner fender liners, the dual shocks here, Dana 60s, KMC bead locks, Warn lockers. These were just repainted too. The bead locks, I scratched it on one wheeling trip. So these have been wheeled one time. They probably have maybe 500 miles on them. You can see that they're, I think they still have all the fuzzies on the inside here. So I got somebody coming up the driveway here. Got the LOD sliders bolted to the frame. You can step on these, which is why I like them. So you can still get in and out of the Jeep with these. Here's a rear. Now this does get used. I mean, I've been up against rocks and trees. So here it knocked off some of the this textured stuff, but it's been repainted. I mean, this stuff has done its job. This was also trimmed by Hellbent. You can see the Evo mounts for the King hydraulic bump stops. Hey, Ava. We got our PRP limiter straps. Here, this was done in Moab. It actually saved the light. Had a scratch in it. From a rock on Pritchett Canyon, got up against it. Here was when the tire was on here. Let me come back like this. It was heavy, and it was not properly centered, and this piece hit this. This is kind of tall, but it's got no clearance issues now. But it did a little ding to this. I do have touch-up paint. I've got the diffused rigid lights back here that are on the switch pod. This holds, I've had a 43-inch tire here. These right here, there are Rotopack mounts. If you wanted to run Rotopack gas tanks here, you can either mount flush here to have your tire flat, or I have a 90 degree, it's not 90 degree, it'd be like a 45 degree mount that goes up here, and the tire mounts like this. I have pictures of it. Here's the mounts. So this just goes on where it was, and then the tire mounts are there. And as you can see, it's at an angle. So there is also a mesh top for it. So if you want to run the cage with no aluminum top, I've got that thrown in with it. All the extra bolts, brackets, an extra mirror in here to replace. One of them's cracked. These are reflective. That's a Jeep AF logo. That's a silly made-up club we have. Just the extra parts and stuff are in here. Here's the extra radio and all that. But yeah, it's got the soft noise. The whole thing is wrapped in that carpet, so it's very, very quiet inside the cab. Moto-built rear bumper. Of course, you got the double throwdown, so you're clean under here with no shock mounts. You got a small right here where it's the long arm mounts, but I absolutely love this setup, having this up here. Like I said, the parts for the double throwdown, I believe I gave $13,000 for. This is a high lift jack mount with a mount for an antenna, which I have the antennas included. It's got a Cobra CB inside it. Here's, I think, the dent you were looking at. You could probably, honestly, just put a pair of, probably just bend that out of there. This, probably not. Yeah, you can't get it from the backside because it's, there's solid underneath it. Got the Rock Jock anti-rock in the rear. Tires. Oh, I got to go to the other side and show you. There's no dents, dings, or scratches here. This was from old. I had a rocker guard that was on the pinch weld. Horrible design. So when you got up on stuff, it actually kind of bent the pinch seam here. These do not move, flex, or anything. They take a beating. They're LOD signature sliders. Let me go back over and show you where this hood's fiberglass, tinted windshield, tinted all the way around. It's very dark tint. Oh, right here is where the mirror got knocked off and hit here. Left a little mark here. You don't really see it because of where the mirror is, but I don't know if you have any body work or whatever, but it's right on this seam. I never tried to pop it out. I just taped it off and painted this. Let's take a look in the back first. There's the antenna. I have a couple JK tuned antennas, full cross back here. Every single upgrade that you could get for the Genrite cage, I did it. Seats are in fantastic shape. None of the piping's torn up. No holes, rips, tears, or wear marks anywhere on the seats. It could probably still use a good washing, but those are waterproof marine grade Alpine speakers, loud. The amp, and the couple amps are underneath here. The subs, I got 10-inch JLs under the seats with these custom boxes that I absolutely love. Trying to think, all weather mats. here's the B-pillar chop, which mounts right there. You just take 2 bolts off on one side, 2 on the other, and it just literally picks right up out of here. Got the PRP harnesses, the 4.4s, I think they are. Seats, sub again under here. Upgraded speakers here, the upgraded Alpine speakers in the Tombstones. These are Scosche mirrors that just flip out, so if you want to go no doors, you can stay legal. Again, the entire top has the headliner. This piece pops off in one piece, so if you just want to go, I'm sure you've had it, you know about Jeeps, but anyway, I'll get up in here and let me start it and show around here. Let's see, key. All painted to match. Handle here. These were purchased. This was actually painted to match. Let's see. Just saying the cruise control. So I think just this, if this thing gets replaced, it's called the multi-function input circuit is bad. So there's a screw, you know how to do it, but there's a screw on the back side. You pull it off. You might have to take this off, and then I think these are, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks. But this is super cool. You can change the mode on it. So like if you got your pitch and roll here in the center. This is for rock crawling. I mean, it's kind of gimmicky, but snow mode with your temperature settings. I mean, it's an unnecessary mod, but honestly, there's the mud. It, to me, worth every single penny. Sand, I actually used that in, I went to Glamis Sand Dunes and ran this thing there, and I don't know, just felt like I should do it since I was in the sand and I had a sand mode. But you got, let me go back up here too. This is all done right here, by the way. And then you can scroll through. It'll tell you if you're in 4-wheel drive, so let me put it in neutral here. Tell me the door isn't closed. And then, I know I should be doing this while I'm rolling, but there, it tells you that your 4-wheel drive's engaged, what the differential's doing. And your tire pressure is in there. Let me get in there a little bit. And then if it were hooked to the other, up here, you could do media, navigation. Now you can do your maintenance, all your settings in here, to customize your vehicle information. Now this, I don't know if it's going to work Android Auto if I plug this in. I don't know if you're an Apple guy or an Android guy.